Robbie Maddison is a world-renowned freestyle motocross athlete, known for the fearless pursuit of radical innovation. A star on the Pro FMX circuit, he routinely demonizes the X Games, Do Tour, Red Bull X Fighters, and all other forums for stadium gladiators.
The FMX career has been awesome. It's really, for me as an individual, you know, every day I've woken up and I've always had goals above my head, and I've always strived every day to try and do something that I couldn't do the previous day.
Man, this guy really just has a style that is careless. Like, he just doesn't care if he crashes. He just wants to go big, and that's what started this sport. That's where the OGs came from, is guys, a group of guys who just lay it on the line, and if you crash and get hurt, it's just part of the game. And you know, and that's what I noticed about him. He's really just a dude who laid it down. I think he's a full daredevil. He needs to put a cape on.
I think it dawned on me when I was rolling down the freeway, the big 12-story building right there on the side of the road, and I just had this thought that, you know, as I approached the building, if I had the right ramp, with that speed, I'd probably get on top of that building. I could just feel the speed was right for the right ramp, you know. I went to Vegas and I looked, you know, scouted out a few buildings, and when we chose the Arc de Triomphe, it just made the most sense because out of all the buildings we looked at, it had the best run in, the best run out, and the least amount of work to create the perfect situation.
I went out to Vegas with him, and we went up and climbed up the tower thing he's gonna be jumping up to, and I was tripping. Like, when I was sitting up there, like, people were like, yeah, I'm gonna jump 100 feet high. Like, if you think of 100 feet, like you think of 100 feet long, you're like, oh, that ain't nothing. Then you sit there and you look straight up, you're like, wow, 100 feet high is pretty gnarly.
Practicing a stunt with such massive technical specs is its own challenge. First, they would need a location, and for that, Maddison sponsor Red Bull supplied a clandestine compound and a dynamic recreation of a 100-foot-tall building.
It was Jack Murphy and Tess Sewell that came up with an idea of creating the scaffold. Wonderful creation, you know, it kind of made my job a lot easier. Just the scaffold tower went from 55 feet through to 90 feet, and almost still danger for sure, but calculated a lot safer, and we just worked our way up.
Freestyle motocross, yeah, he's really good at that, but I think this is way cooler.
It's taken a whole life of racing motocross and being an athlete to get to the point where I have enough bike control and enough confidence to kind of take on a jump like this. It's a risk that a lot of people wouldn't put themselves in a position to take. You know,
I'm nervous for every jump. It doesn't get easier, no matter what height he's been at from the beginning till now. So, and I think on the night in Vegas, I'm gonna be a nervous wreck, but I'll try and keep it together.
Even with all of the intense preparation and engineering, the moment is unique, and the margin between heroic and horrific slight.
I've been around these sports a long time, action sports, and I've seen a lot of things go wrong. I've seen a lot of bad things, but I've also seen amazing feats, and which has gotten us to where we are now.
Robbie Maddison is saying this is it. To the top of the arc, he wants to go.
I was definitely a little nervous watching him. Like, I never really seen how fast he was really going at it until tonight. When I was watching him, I was like, damn, he's going really fast, you know what I mean? And then to watch him make it up. I was like, yeah, you know what? That's so sick. And then I'm like, oh yeah, he has to jump down. So like my heart dropped again. I'm like, oh man, here we go.
What more is there to say?